From the KATC Weatherland, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, another late summer day across Acadiana. Temperatures topping out. Looks like right around 92. That's not too bad, but we'd like to see it a little bit cooler and get some rain around here at some point, and we don't see much of that going on anytime soon. But today, let's take a look at those beautiful skies via our drone cam. Mike Falgu getting the shot today, and a beauty out there. Notice a little bit more in the way of haze across the area. You see that on the bottom part of the horizon as you look off in the distance, but overall, generally fair weather cumulus clouds out there, a sun and cloud mix, and that's what we're going to see again tomorrow. And temperatures amping up just a little bit, but beautiful shots here as we look across. There's KATC right there. There's the tower. There's the Cajun Dome. Nice shot here, and Mike takes the time to edit it for us as well. Thanks, Mike. Weather-wise, as we take a look at the big picture, not a whole lot changing close to home, but notice up here, blue up across portions of the mountains of Idaho, western Montana. Those are winter weather advisories, so fall not too far away, winter not too far away, but it's about 2,000 to 3,000 miles away for us. So we are just under mostly sunny skies, some showers and storms north of the periphery of that ridge of high pressure that's dominating us. As that moves to the east-southeast, it's going to fall apart. And we also have some storms by Florida. We'll talk more about that in just a bit. Power Doppler 3 still quiet this afternoon. Again, the only live Doppler radar in Acadiana, Power Doppler 3. So we do see some showers and storms over by Florida and the Bahamas. That's a little bit of an area of interest for us. We open it on up, and we have Hurricane Nigel now down to a Category 1 storm heading out into the North Atlantic, and our tropical wave that's come off the African coast, a 70% chance of developing as we head through the weekend early next week. Nothing immediately pending. Of course, there's Nigel. And then right here along the southeastern U.S., there's a 40% chance of something developing here with this tropical disturbance. Here's Nigel, still has an eye, a very mature looking hurricane, some dry air getting in train, some shear involved as well. So we're not even going to bother to show you that track because we're more interested in what's going to happen close to the U.S. And we have a weak area of low pressure or an inverted trough right around here. We'll take a look at the graph model, and this has been consistent throughout the day, developing an area of low pressure as we head into Thursday, Friday off the Carolina coastline from South Carolina to North Carolina, with some locally heavy rainfall possible and gale force winds. Now, this is not going to be a purely tropical system. It's going to be a subtropical system because it's not tropical in nature. It's going to have dry air wrapping around it, but nonetheless, it's going to have maybe 40, 45 mile per hour winds, if not a little bit more, and some locally heavy rainfall feeding in from the mid-Atlantic states all the way up through the Northeast going into the weekend. No threats nor any seen for the Gulf of Mexico over the next 2 weeks, and that is great news. Lower 70s overnight tonight. Tomorrow will favor temperatures into the mid-90s. A few more clouds out there, but a mostly sunny day. A slight chance of a pop-up shower at about 2%, so we won't include that in the forecast for tomorrow. Moving into Friday, much the same, maybe a little bit milder in the morning hours. Temperatures pushing the mid-90s into the afternoon, and rain chances are remaining slight at best, although maybe up to 10 or 15% on Friday. Mid-60s overnight tonight. Northern parishes of Acadiana, a couple of degrees warmer than it was last night, closer to 70 along the I-10 corridor, and much the same across the coastal parishes. And then tomorrow, the heat's going to be on. Heat index, by the way, pushing 100 to 102, but I'm not going to give you the heat index graphic. We've just had too much of that this summer. Mid-90s, 95 is, wow, we got a full house of 95s here on I-10, and low to mid-90s along the coast as well. New Iberia may be a degree warmer than Lafayette at 96. So overnight tonight, another pleasant evening, not quite as cool. Crescent harvest moon, almost a quarter moon in the next day or two, and a little bit of an easterly wind tonight, and that's a little bit of a change. So that'll keep our temperatures up just a bit as well. Tomorrow, a hot late summer day, relatively comfortable humidity, but it's inching upward with fair to partly cloudy skies. 95 the high, and that heat index pushing up to about 102, light easterly winds. As we move forward into the 10-day forecast, rain chances 10 to 15% 50%, if we're lucky, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Fall officially gets here on the calendar as we head into early next week. Hopefully a chance of showers and storms late Monday into Tuesday. And we do need the rain, but it's not going to be enough because then it's back to a dry pattern. Those daytime highs continuing in the 90s. Overnight lows could get pleasant again, maybe mid to upper 60s as we head into next week. But those daily highs of 90s will continue for at least 10 more days. And I believe we're at day 119 for 90-degree days. Well, because the all-time record is 130 90-degree days.
So we still have a record to break?
We have a record to break.
Every other record.
Yeah, this one will break too.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Going into October.
Yeah,
right.
thanks, Rob.